Welcome to Guide and Grow TV. I'm Sylvia Arrington, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to set up a Montessori at home environment for a multi-aged environment. So if you've got a child that's, say, for example, 18 months, and you've also got an older one at around 3-4 years old. So how to use the space effectively and lay out the shelves so that it accommodates all your children. So this shelf over here, as you can see, we've got items on the top, the middle and the bottom. So usually what we do is we make it accessible for the younger children at the bottom. So starting off on the left there, we've got a music shelf. Now of course those items are for all age groups. So we've just laid them out in different baskets and items. And then moving along, we've got a pegboard, all the different coloured pegboards. That's a great activity. We've also got the little spice jar. So this is a great DIY hack. You can get these little cake pop sticks and a spice jar from the kitchen store and just slide them in. So it's a great fine motor activity as well as hand-eye coordination. We've also got here a large cake puzzle. So as you can see, the knobs are quite large. It makes it easy for the younger children to grab onto. And then we've also got this little pop-up toy. And yeah, they're very easily found, those ones. So as you can see, the bottom shelf really accommodates for the younger children. As we move up, the activities get a little bit more difficult. And also they're laid out with different items such as this puzzle. The pieces are just kept in a little cardboard box, the lid of a box. So I know it's really hard for some people to find trays and baskets such as this one, for example. So you can always use the lids of cardboard boxes, shoe boxes, things like that, to lay out the different pieces and items. So we've got a little counting activity here. It's just a wooden counting activity with wooden dowel sticks. And there's also a number workbook up the top here, as you can see. It's a Montessori number workbook, and it's got some sandpaper letters and numbers in it. This one's the number book, and we've also got the letter book. And this is a great alternative to purchasing the sandpaper numbers to be used with activities such as that. We've also got a sensory board, the boards up the top there, so differentiating between rough and smooth. That's really appropriate for the older children. And then we've got something like this. This is a Fun Factory puzzle. So I find that a lot of Fun Factory items are quite aligned with Montessori. And right next to that puzzle, we've just got a basket of African animals. So as you can see, it's quite easy to set up a multi-age room. It's always important to put the younger activities down the bottom because they're quite easily accessible to them. And then as you move up the shelf, you'll keep things up the top here that are for the older children. And to my right here, we've also got a basket of balls. So this is something easily set up. I've also done my DIY Montessori video and shown you how to do this activity. Just some ping pong balls, and then you can also find any recycled container such as this one, or some items in your kitchen. So kitchen containers can also be used, and it's just a posting activity. So posting, dumping, throwing, all of that. Very appropriate for around the 16 to 18 month old. And as you can see over here, we've just used the windowsill to place a few books. So even if you don't have shelves, such as the cube shelves, you can also use something like this, a low windowsill, to then put the books on display. And there's not too many of them, and it's quite decluttered. I'll move on to the next side of the room.